What up, YouTube? T-Moose here. It's Thursday, then it's time for my opening / streaming segment where I talk about the films and shows that are premiering this week. Alright, premiering on Netflix, we got Zack Snyder's new film, Army of the Dead. Now, this film, of course, stars the likes of Dave Bautista, and it's, of course, directed by Zack Snyder, and here's what it's about. After a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, a group of mercenaries take the ultimate gamble by venturing into the quarantine zone, that's not familiar, for the greatest heist ever. This I guess it's like Dawn of the Dead meets Ocean's 11 in a way. It actually looks cool, zombie aspects looks pretty interesting. I mean, it is Zack Snyder's first zombie movie since Dawn of the Dead, so that's pretty cool right there. Definitely has a bit of a George A. Romero vibe to it. I'm definitely interested to check this one out. Alright, also coming out this week, we got a movie titled Dream Horse. The true story of Dream Alliance, an unlikely racehorse bred by small-town bartender Jen Vokes. With the little money and no experience, Jen convinces her neighbors to chip in their meager earning to help raise Dream and compete with the racing elites. Now, this film stars the likes of Toni Collette. You also got Damien, the guy from Villains, Damian Lewis, I think his name is. You got him in this. It looks really intriguing. I always do like me a good horse-based film, whether you talk about Seabiscuit or Black Beauty or anything like that. This definitely looks really intriguing. I do quite like Toni Collette a lot, so hopefully it could be interesting. I mean, this movie was actually supposed to come, I'm not even joking. The trailer for this was actually out literally last year. But of course, the pandemic and everything, now this movie is finally coming out literally this week, so. Alright, also out this week, we got a documentary called Final Count. Never before seen interviews with the last living generation from Hitler's Third Reich. This is the past speaking to the present, an unprecedented documentary event. So, of course, it's like a Hitler-based documentary and all. Looks really intriguing. I've always been fascinated with these type of stories about World War II and everything like that. So, looks like an interesting documentary to watch. Alright, speaking of Hitler, also out this week, we got a film simply titled When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit. Wait, what's Hollywood's obsession with Hitler lately? Anywho, here's what this is about. Based on the semi-autobiographical book by Judith Kerr, the story of a Jewish family who flee Berlin on the eve of the election in 1933. They initially sell in Zurich before moving to Paris and finally to London. I mean, interesting title. When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit. Okay, intriguing, I guess. This is actually like a foreign film, so there's that. Definitely looks like it'd be really interesting to watch, so I'll give this one a go. Alright. Also out this week, we got a movie called The Drive, which stars Eric Bana as Aaron Falk, who returns to his drought-stricken hometown to attend a tragic funeral. But his return opens a decades-old wound, the unsolved death of a teen girl. Now, Eric Bana, you don't really see him a whole lot nowadays. I mean, he did star in that recent series, Dirty John, which he was good in. But you don't really see him as much as he used to. Like, back in the days, Eric Bana did movies, obviously, he is best known for playing the Incredible Hulk, which, by the way, he is not coming back for the Hulk, so don't believe those rumors you're hearing. Of course, he, played the villain in the first Star Trek movie. He was pretty good in that Adam Sandler film, Funny People. He was also in Troy. I mean, yeah, Eric Bana has always been the best. So I'll definitely watch this one because Eric Bana's in it now. Alright, also out this week, we got a movie titled Blasphemy. When a family leaves their native Colombia for the U.S. in summer 1999, a metalhead science project and his aimless younger brother struggle to align the American dream with their new reality. Now, the film stars Moses and Mario Ayres, who, of course, Moses Ayres, you might know as playing Rocco on the show Hannah Montana years ago. He was also pretty good in that movie, The King of Summer. The film also features the likes of Wilmer Valderrama, Diane Guerrero, and Daniel Day Kim. I saw the trailer for this. It looks really intriguing. Aladdin cast. It's really interesting right there. I like Wilmer Valderrama, so could be intriguing, I guess. Because someone was Iron Man. Alright. Also out this week we got a thriller called Into the Darkness. It takes place on Denmark, April 9th, 1940. Danish industrialists, portrayed by Jasper Christensen of James Bond fame, corporate and profits from the German occupation of Denmark, while his family finds himself on opposite sides of the conflict. Interesting, I guess. Also out this week we got a horror movie called Sound of Violence. In it, Alexis, who has recovered from her hearing after witnessing a brutal murder of her family at the age of 10, has abilities, awakens her in her and starts journey of self-discovery through brutal violence. Sign me up right there. Brutal violence could be cool. I always do like me a good gory-based horror film, so could be interesting. All right. Also out this week we got a movie, another horror film called Silence, which is about Camille Mills, is the new girl at this prestige Elvine Academy for girls. Soon after her arrival, 6 friends invite her to join them in a late-night ritual, calling forth the spirit of a dead former student who reportedly haunts the halls. But before morning, one of the girls is dead, leaving the others wondering what they may have awakened. Now, this is supposed to also be released on Shudder as well. It looks really creepy. It looks terrifying. So, definitely has a bit of a sorority row vibe to it. So, could be interesting. Alright, also out this week, we got a movie titled American Fighter, which is coming to Apple. And in this gritty action tale, a young wrestler competes in the world underground fighting to raise money for his ailing mother. But will he survive his next match? You don't really see many wrestling-based films, so definitely also has a bit of wrestler vibe to it as well. So maybe it could be good. Alright, also out this week, we got a Western movie called 3 Tickets to Paradise. It's about AJ Parker and her ex-husband and a federal agent head for a ghost town in Mexico called Paradise in search for a hidden cage of 5,000 stolen double $20 gold coins. Cool. Also out this week, we got a Spanish movie called New Order, which is about lavish high society wedding unexpectedly turns into a class struggle that leads to a violent coup. This actually stars Diego Boneta, who of course was just cast in the upcoming Fall of the Bride reboot. He's also best known for Scream Queens, Rock of Ages. He's a pretty cool young actor right there. This is a all Spanish cast. It is a Spanish film, so maybe early contender for best foreign film at next year's Oscar. Who knows? All right. Also this week, now a couple of the shows premiering this week. On Hulu, we got MODOK, which features the voice talents of Patton Oswalt and is from Marvel. While pursuing his dream of conquering the world, a megalomaniac medical supervillain runs his evil organization into the ground. Now, this definitely looks intriguing. It's actually, it definitely has a bit of Robot Chicken vibe to it. I love the voice cast here. I mean, you actually got John Hamm voicing Tony Stark. That's interesting. You got, Nathan Fillion in this. Got some cool voices here, so could be cool, I guess. Alright. Also, this week, we got Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 3, which I quite like this series now. It'll definitely hold me out until Jurassic World Dominion comes out next year, so there's that. Also, this week, we got, coming to Apple, we got a docu-series called 1971, the year that music changed everything. Now, in it, a monumental year in music history is marked by innovation and rebirth fueled by political and cultural upheaval.
That's
an explanation of iconic songs. And artists include the likes of the Rolling Stones, Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye, Joni Mitchell, and others. The 70s was iconic for, granted, I was not born in the 70s. I'd be further there, but, despite me, being born in 1992, I have, heard classic music from the 70s, from, the Rolling Stones and all. This definitely piques my interest. I always do like me a good music docu, so hopefully it can be interesting. Alright, also coming to Apple, we got season 2 of Trying, which, of course, the series follows Nikki and Jason, a couple who really want to become parents, but struggling with conceiving a child. In order to have the baby, they want to adopt. They decide to adopt, only to face a whole list of new challenges that come with the adoption process. So I have not really seen the show, but it's actually a British show. So I guess I should give this one a go. It is an Apple series, so maybe it could be interesting, I guess. Alright, also coming to Amazon, we got a show called Solos, not to be confused with Han Solo people. The series ponders what it means to be human, arguing that we are connected to others through true shared experience, and even in our most isolated moments. Now, the talents of this feature the likes of Morgan Freeman, you got Anne Hathaway, you've got Anthony Mackie, Constance Wu. You guys have really cool voice cast in this. The cinematography looks intriguing. I think this definitely has a bit of a Black Mirror vibe to it, so could be interesting. Alright, last but not least, coming to Amazon, we got the Pink documentary, Pink All I Know So Far. A behind-the-scenes look at Pink as she balances family and life on the road leading up to her first Wembley Stadium performance on 2019's beautiful Trauma World Tour. I'm not gonna lie, I've always loved Pink. Pink, she's an iconic performer. Big Girls Don't Cry is a good one. She's performed like some, other, really iconic songs over the years. That New Year's Eve song, that Raise Your Glass song is a really good one. I mean, Pink is a legend, so look forward to check this one out. So yeah, some interesting stuff premiering. Not a lot of big major films. We gotta wait for next week for that one, because next week Cruella and Quiet Place 2 comes out, but that's another topic for another time. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Which of these films and shows are you interested in checking out? Are you interested in Army of the Dead? Are you interested in MODOK, etc.? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications.